And welcome back to Who Would Win. Now you'll notice there was no Who Would Win yesterday. That is because I've got a cold at the moment. It's giving me a headache. I'm feeling stuffy and warm, and I have to take occasional breaths more so than I normally would because I am having trouble breathing through my nose. So I was trying to do the video yesterday. I was clearly a little out of it, and then my girlfriend ended up coming in and just it ruined the little flow I had going. So I ultimately just said, I'll screw it. I'll just double it on to Mondays. But until then, we're not doing that one. We're going to save that one for the next video. Instead, we're doing the monthly Who Would Win. We're in December now, so it's the monthly Who Would Win. During the monthly Who Would Wins, I pick a topic. I do a Who Would Win based on that topic. The topic this month, or this time around, excuse me. Let me rephrase that entire statement there. During the monthly Who Wins, I pick a topic. I continue to do characters for the Versus videos through that topic until I have gone through the list of the characters involved. So, every month, there's at least 3 videos on that. And seeing it's the beginning of the month, we're doing it again. And the monthly Who Would Win is the Planeswalkers of Magic the Gathering. Now, for those of you who don't play the card game, a 10 to 20 second background on that. In the card game Magic the Gathering, there is a large expanse of lore. There are multiple, almost infinite amount of worlds, planes of existence, if you will. And characters who can traverse through these planes are called Planeswalkers. Now, Planeswalkers tend to be stronger than your average character, but generally speaking, they're still mortal. They can still be killed. With some minor exceptions. We'll get to those guys when we get to them. So, without further ado, who are we on now? Well, initially, we were going to do a character known as Xenagos, who is a satyr from a plane based off Greek mythology. Unfortunately, when I'm looking over what he could do, I quickly came to the realization that I don't know what he's capable of. And besides his card allowing you to get more resources, like mana, which lets you play spells, or summoning an extra satyr, in terms of his lore, in terms of his character, I don't know what this guy can do. It's never been specified what this guy's actual abilities as a character are. His cards can hint at things, but they don't really, they can't really give you a definite answer. So I moved on to the next guy on the list. In that case is Ashiok, the Nightmare Weaver. Now, Ashiok is a unique character, and one who I think we may see as a future antagonist in the future, in later story arcs in Magic. Right now, we're leading up to a big confrontation with the current big bad, which is a different Planeswalker entirely. We'll get to, don't worry. But Ashiok. Now, Ashiok is basically a dream manipulator. As it reads, Ashiok is capable of reaching into the dreams and fears that dwell in others. With his power, Ashiok can summon beings born of people's darkest fears, call them into reality, and give them form. They become Ashiok's minions, eager to please their master, free from the dreams of the believer. Ashiok uses these minions to tear down those who view themselves as untouchable and superior, believing that since all sentient beings feel fear, fear is a great equalizer of them all. And over time, the power has taken a physical toll, though, on the mage. Ashiok, as you see in the thumbnail, has pretty much lost his face. Whatever used to be there is not there anymore. Now, you'll notice I have to keep correcting myself when I say he. Ashiok's actual gender is completely unknown. We don't know if Ashiok is a man or a woman, so I'll try to be gender neutral with that. However, at the same time, don't get on my case, please, if I end up slipping. I feel like I'm very likely going to slip on that. Then we move on to his opponent, who I had on a Who Would Win a little while ago, actually. Excuse me. You'll hear my voice is a little froggy at the moment. So there's a lot of characters who do a dream manipulation, and I was thinking initially, could I do Freddy Krueger? Not really, and the reason for that is very simple. Ashiok, as far as I can tell, can't enter dreams. He just is capable of reaching into dreams, maybe even seeing into them, but he can't actually go into dreams. So that immediately makes this difficult for Freddy if I were to put him up against him, and he could pull Freddy immediately out and just take him out. So that's the way it works. So unfortunately, I couldn't. I can't. You couldn't use Freddy, so I decided to go instead with an individual who deals with nightmares and dreams, but at the same time is more capable of a fighter than Freddy when you really break it down. So I went with the next best option, Darkrai. Darkrai is known to inhabit dreams and causes the target to have unyielding nightmares, which can be stopped if exposed to the Lunar Wing from Cresselia. However, the unleashing of nightmares is actually a defense mechanism instead of an intentionally malice act. Darkrai can become a shadow and escape danger, or contact humans and is capable of some human speech. Shown the power, its power is weaker than Dialga or Palkia, being the Pokemons of time and space. I never expected Darkrai to be stronger than them, but it is shown that he is at least capable of keeping them at bay for a short time. Darkrai does not only cause nightmares, but is attracted to them. It also goes around objects, is attracted to several times. Is seen, mentioned, or sorry, different thing there. It also possibly feeds on dreams, categorized by its associated with never-ending nightmares. He's the only Pokemon that learns the move Dark Void, which, if I remember Dark Void correctly, excuse me, Dark Void is a non-damaging Dark-type move, Darkrai's signature move. It puts the foes to sleep with an 80% accuracy. Basically, it's a dark equivalent of hypnosis, more or less. So Darkrai is immensely powerful, knowing many attacks. Some of the major ones he knows is like a hypnosis, Dark Void, obviously is his trademark, Shadow Ball, Nightmare, which is or Dream Eater. So Darkrai is a very capable opponent, very capable fighter, having power not equal to the legendaries of time and space itself, but at least strong enough to hold off power from such deities. They are gods in the Pokemon world on some level. So, how does this fight break down? Well, Ashiok, I imagine, traversing the multiverse, finds itself in the world of Pokemon. Messing up people, causing nightmares, pulling, demonic Pokemon out of the dreams. Darkrai is attracted to this. Starts feeding on the nightmares to kind of to cause some ease a little bit. But at the same time, sorry, I'm stuttering over my speech. I don't know why. Eventually, him and Darkrai would meet up, and Ashiok would be a little intrigued by this immediately. And Darkrai is a little confused by this. Now, Darkrai's probably like, where is he? Is he a Pokemon? What is he? And Ashiok's like, this must be another one of these creatures. Whatever Ashiok's voice sounds like, must be one of these creatures. I would imagine if we ever heard him speak in the trailer, it would sound very neutral, like very calm and collect. Fear is the ultimate, kind of a Scarecrow-esque style voice. Fear is the ultimate equalizer. Fear is the ultimate rule of law. Fear separates no one, causing us all to be equal. Fear is power. Something like that. So Darkrai admittedly is like, what? And he's causing nightmares, which Ashiok is feeding off, going into pulling things out of there, and Darkrai's just feeling defensive. He's seeing little kids being attacked too. It's like, nope, Darkrai is like gonna have that. So first off, he gets the kids out of the way, and then he goes and immediately attacks the minions of Ashiok. And to be fair, I mean, yeah, they probably have some Pokemon-based attacks, but Darkrai is a Pokemon. Darkrai also can move and shadow, which immediately gives him a mobility advantage. Seeing as this is probably taking place at night, he's pretty much can pop out anywhere he wants. So he immediately starts blitzing these minions. Maybe there's a Charizard, a Giratina. I'm trying to think of some horrifying Pokemon. Hell, maybe Darkrai himself. Absol. People are afraid of those. Grand Ball. Some scary looking Pokemon. Nidoking. Tyranitar. So you get all these minion-based kind of Pokemon, nightmarish creatures. Darkrai's throwing attacks at them, just eventually they do kind of we don't know exactly what they're made of. Not flesh and blood per se. They are dreams personified into reality, so they probably more like would phase out of existence or just kind of poof or something like that. So Darkrai is going through these guys, doing the best he can. However, Ashiok is just pulling more of these things out. Just, it's like, you can't stop fear. You can't stop what is always some profound bullshit like these villains kind of do. It's like, and I will teach this to you, Pokemon. I will teach it to you, the true meaning of fear, and just pulling it out from there because Darkrai is still causing people nightmares. Darkrai is realizing what he's doing. He realizes that I'm not going to be able to beat this guy just by taking these minions out. These guys, and he's dodging it, quickly hiding in showers. I have to take him out. I can't take the minions out. So Darkrai immediately disappears in shadows like, you cannot hide. And then when the Pokemon minions does some fire attacks that lights up, or maybe electric, basically lights up the area. And just basically getting rid of the shadow, Darkrai just kind of, oh, you think I would let you come near me? No. Not at all. Yeah, not at all. My poor fellow, no. The shadows are your friend. The shadows give you peace and comfort. But you will not know that. You only know fear and stuff like that. So Darkrai is now just plowing through him. So the minion is there, and all of a sudden he uses Dark Void, and I think because they have been given a physical form on some level, they would be susceptible to at least some biological functions like sleep. So they suddenly fall asleep, and I was like, I can clearly get more. Maybe I can find what they fear. But Darkrai immediately uses the advantage of having the Darken, bypasses them, immediately gets the Ashiok, and Ashiok, for the first time, it's like, and then tries to go into his fear, just, let's see what you fear. It's like, Darkrai just, Darkrai, or whatever. I can't remember how exactly he sounds, but he can't speak low. So he's trying to basically get into Darkrai's head, and the only thing he can pull out really and find is he doesn't fear any single object or anything like that, or any individual. No. He fears loneliness. He fears not having a friend and being alone. That's what Darkrai more or less came out to fear. Or as we found out he feared. At least in the movie. So that's what we'd pretty much go with. And yeah, what is this petty loneliness? It's like, I can't use that. It's like, no, you, and then Cat opens his eyes, and all of a sudden just grabs Ashiok by the throat, and Ashiok can't get out. He's trying to pull out some minions, but it's not real. It's like, now you have a good. It's like, sleep. Dark Void. Ashiok for what is it? No, I won't. You're not taking me out that easy. Tries to pull out. All of a sudden, a nightmarish. I'm trying to think of a scary legendary. What would be a scary looking legend? What were some of the scary looking legendaries? Or a Scyther. Let's just say a evil looking Scyther, because that could be a scary looking guy. A dark Scyther just comes in. Scyther! Shing! And then, and basically he just does Dark Void again. Just poof. Finally, Ashiok goes, Pokemon falls asleep. And then Scyther comes and just Darkrai moves in front of the Scyther, which poof, smacks into Ashiok. She takes an arm, basically takes an arm. And then Ashiok basically wakes Ashiok back up and just, and he's missing an arm now, which Darkrai then has a Shadow Ball ready for him, just blasts him point blank, just boom, and then boom. And well, Ashiok's not dead because the Shadow Ball's a ghost type move and that kind of stuff. He kind of just boom, and just falls down, face down. The minions I think still are there, but Darkrai kind of just takes care of them, cleans the floor with them. Basically, he does damage control, and it takes Ashiok out of there and deals with Ashiok. He basically keeps Ashiok asleep and keeps him in a perpetual nightmare. So just no. So there you go. Why does Darkrai win this fight? Darkrai himself is a Pokemon, therefore, in the game, he's designed to fight. He's designed for battle. He has a wide range of attacks. I didn't even go through half of his attacks. He's basically capable of defending himself without the aid of other individuals. Ashiok is nightmarish and powerful, but if you don't have anyone to sleep to induce nightmares on, or steal the nightmares from, then he really doesn't have any power. I'm pretty sure he's able to induce sleep, but against the Pokemon that I believe Darkrai does have insomnia, the ability to not fall asleep as well. Hold on one second. Pretty sure. And if not, Darkrai would know how to avoid hypnotic abilities. Excuse me. Oh, let's see here. Abilities. Come on, give me abilities here. What are some of the? Come on, give me some abilities here. I know you have abilities. Come on. Come on. Okay, looks like we're gonna have to go other route here real quick. Hold on. Pretty sure he has insomnia. Point being, even if Ashiok does have the ability to put someone to sleep, which I think he does, it wouldn't really work against Darkrai because he kind of works on the same principle in that sense, that he can put people to sleep. He can basically manipulate dreams and things along those lines. But Darkrai is also just capable of actually fighting on his own merit, whereas Ashiok, for all of his power, is not. Ashiok is, from what I can tell, squishy. He's just a squishy. Apparently, he has the apparently Darkrai has the ability known as Bad Dreams, reduces the HP of sleeping opposing Pokemon. All right, okay, not what I was hoping for, but still, I imagine that Darkrai could avoid things like oh god, excuse me, could avoid things like sleep effects if he had to. Plus, he can disappear into the shadows with no problem and travel through them with ease. Ashiok is not that capable. So ultimately, it comes down to the fact that most of the minions in the scenario that we'd have these two fighting, that he threw at Darkrai could probably take on in a fight. Then it would just be a matter of Darkrai closing the distance between them and basically doing the KO blow. It's not the lethal blow. It's not the killing blow, but it'd be probably the KO blow, if you want to call it that. So ultimately, how often does Ashiok win any fight? I imagine there might be a scenario where he just wears down Darkrai eventually, depending on how many minions he can get out of Darkrai. But ultimately, I think Darkrai is going to win more often, so I'll go 85-15. I think 85% of the time it's going to be Darkrai, whereas 50% of the time, Ashiok can take a win. But what do you think? Put in the comments below. Let me know. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Sorry if I seem scatterbrained against this damn cold. Oh, God. Well, anyway, like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, who wants to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Sphere, Magic, What If, anything I do on the channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. So there will be another who would win up a little later today to compensate for the fact I didn't do it yesterday. But you might have to give me a little bit between these videos so I can recollect myself. I'm already feeling at the moment. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Later.